Oh, yeah, but
This library was bigger when I was a kid.
Mama, look what
it was. They shrunk it in the wash.
They must have. Oh, it's Friday. It's Free Films Friday as well.
Look what I found.
Okay, well, every Friday our DVDs, including all films and TV series and all children's DVDs, are free to issue for 1 week. Limit 5 per family. Okay, well choose 5 movies between you both
Oh, can we get those two?
that you would like to watch, and I will go and get the things so we can get them out for 1 week. Okay?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I like this one. You can open this one early. Get this down. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Oh, I'm here to listen to this music. Yes, I got told about this.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, life is actually better this side of COVID for us.
Oh, that's good. Because COVID would have taken away a lot of your work.
Did a lot, but it made us look at it and go, what's valuable, what's important in life,
Yeah.
and come out the other end and I'm not on the road like I was, and because I was never home.
Yeah, but it's all
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
at least 3 nights a week I wasn't at home.
Yeah, I know you were down in Dunedin, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I
I
should
mean,
have
you
bought that.
probably had to do that to get established. But now at your music school, we've got a lot of people and
Lots locally, yeah.
And so, because the thing is that the difficulty with it, of course, is that you're working when the kids are not at school, or when the kids are not at school.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Violet helps a lot.
Yeah, she can, yeah. So we're homeschooling now. So
Oh, you're homeschooling.
yeah, so I get involved. I'm well involved in that too, so it's really it's special. Really
You've
special.
really thought it through and put it together.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, some people are just chasing money all the time and they're missing out on all this.
Yeah.
But,
And we were, yeah.
yeah.
And that's why we know, so it's, it's great. So
Oh,
we're at a really good place, I reckon.
you
Yeah.
know, I have to be honest, COVID, I haven't had it.
No.
I did get my inoculations because I had been very sick and I thought, well, I'm going back to work anyway. So I'll get my inoculations. And I didn't know that my body had been very affected by the thing that happened at Hamner. I
Right,
hadn't
yeah.
realised just how affected it had been.
Yeah.
And I came to the point where I couldn't go back to work. But other than that, I live alone and
Yeah.
I was able to keep at home most of the time. I had to go out for a few groceries. And basically, it really hasn't affected me that much.
No.
I've been very, very blessed in that way because I'm a person who can be quite happy on my own.
Yeah, I get that. We're definitely this. We're homely families.
Yeah. I mean, I just love having the children and my family come home, and it's great when they go again.
I
And
hear you.
it's really, really. I've been, but I've been hearing about others in the hospitality industry. That's heartbreaking. I went down to the beach one day and I thought I'll have an ice cream at that tin shed. It's a corrugated iron restaurant just this side of the
Oh, I know what I mean.
Holmes Wharf. And there was just nothing happening. I don't know whether it's opened again or not.
That's the galley, and it has,
Okay.
but it's not as lively as it was.
No, well, we need to go and support it.
Yeah, we've been a couple of times since for that reason.
Yeah.
We've got a friend that works there.
Yeah, and we need to go and support it.
Yeah.
So I might go down on a Sunday after church. I got to remember, the thing is, if I want to go anywhere,
Yeah.
I like it to be
That's what
fine.
take it off.
Yeah.
I like this is lovely. But I've also got to remember to pack my insulin and pack my tablets before I go to church.
Yeah, that's right.
So it can be quite, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Moira's coming to me all the time, who we're quite close with, and I'm really pleased you two are close, because every now and then when Moira, I know, you get worried because, you know, with her work, she's like you, like there's not a lot of people around, so you've got
Yeah.
it's good that you two keep an eye on each other as well.
Yeah. We do. I'm not a person who would. I think Moira would like more, but I'm not a person.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, who goes and sits on somebody's doorstep every day. My sister is. If she hasn't got a friend that she goes to see every day, oh, well, she's not so bad now because she's on oxygen and can't go far at all. But, you know, when she was younger, she just had somebody. And then they would have an argument. My mother was the same.
Yeah,
They'd have an argument and then everything would fall to pieces until she finds another friend. To me, a friend is there when you need them.
Yeah.
And you can have a wee yarn on the phone. But, you know, I don't like to be consumed. The idea, I mean, I can find things at home. At the moment, I'm knitting for Operation Cover Up and getting the last of that done. And I'm also sewing for Dress This Child, which is an overseas organisation which dresses children of young women who've been sold into prostitution. And you'd think that the people who's they're working for would dress their children. There's no birth control.
Yeah.
But we dress the children, and I'm busy making frocks for them. And but between that and my gardening and everything else, I'm busy.
Yeah, that's right.
2 or 3 days out in a week is a lot for me.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Yeah. So, it's just, people have arrived.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's very us too. Like, this will occupy me
Yeah.
for a month.
Yeah. Well, my knitting does that for me.
Yeah, that's right.
So I came to our knitting group the other week, and it was
Yeah.
lovely to have her there. I hope she comes back.
Who was it? Vi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, the girls that I've got 2 girls in the group who act themselves on to me, which is wonderful. And they're not born again Christians. One might be. But they're well, my age and with health problems. And we go out to Rosemary's Place because it's too hard for them to get into the church. Well, I was going and getting them, but it was a big drag. So it started when I couldn't drive the car. I wasn't allowed to drive for.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so it started when I couldn't drive the car, and we just continued going out there because it is easier for them, and it just works. And this Rosemary's she had a wee shop in town, and she's given me miles of her materials and wool, and she's just given to that group. And so I have them too, and that's my day out on a Thursday, going out there. And it's supposed to be 2 hours, it usually ends up being 3.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's my time out, and it's great.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. You got to find those things in life, don't you?
You do. You've got to. And of course, we're all knitters, and we'll sit there knitting and chatting.
Yeah.
And then when the sewing comes along, we used to do it down at the church, and somebody would be cutting out and the next person would be doing this, and it was chaotic. But last year when I became ill, I sewed the frocks at home, and Rosemary's house is all that big, so I took just my sewing machine out, not my overlock. I think masks in. Terribly, they fall up over my nose.
Yeah.
And
How about you girls go around here somewhere?
Put the elastic in the frocks for me. So, it was, we had a great time with that as well.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of last year, the neonatal clinic pulled out we hats and booties and singlets for the babies and me.
Right.
So we all got knitting those. So, you know, that just keeps me busy. I don't often sit down with nothing in my hands. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying life more now because I haven't got the pressure.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah.
It took me a while to get over the fact that I wasn't working, but I've got pressure.
Yeah. Because we definitely put a certain amount of that pressure on ourselves
We
too.
do.
Yeah.
Right there.
And knowing that difference, because you'll take pressure off other people, and you get your own, you put it all together, and it's toxic.
Yeah. It's just lovely, you know, I can go around and visit people when I want to. And I'm not running from one person to the other.
No, yeah, that's right. It's the one.
But it does take me a long time to get there. I mean, I was just so focused on getting back to work, and then I realised it couldn't happen. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to enjoy this concert.
Good. I don't even know what I'm going to play for you yet.
It'll come as you get fast, you know.
Yeah, that's normally what happens, and
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable if I'm feeding off an audience going, oh, they might like this. Hiya.
Do you do any of what was one, the Bee Gees music?
No, not really. No. It'll be all originals today.
People are-
All stuff I've written.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
So all real Kiwi music, the best I can give you.
Oh, that'll be just brilliant.
I try not to do Dave Dobbin too much because he's pretty special.
Yeah, just a little bit now and again.
Yeah, I
You
get
can
tempted.
overdo things. I mean, I love Leonard Cohen, some of them.
Oh, same. Yeah.
I particularly like the Hallelujah song, but I don't know if you've listened to the verses. He gets in Bible stories much.
It does, yeah. That had me confused for years.
No, it uses two stories to tell one story.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he's a believer or was a believer or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure the answer to that.
No, but he
I
does.
know that we do that in songwriting a lot. It's a secret of songwriting, but
Yeah.
if it's
I could pick
factual
it straight
information,
away.
you've stuffed it up really, haven't you?
I can go straight away because I just sort of grown up on the Christian faith.
Yeah, that's right.
We came into it when I was 10 and my sister was 12.
Yeah. I think I paid too much attention to the gospel of Leonard Cohen when I was younger.
No, you can't do that. But he's lovely.
Yeah, that's right.
So's Dave Dobbin.
I absolutely.
They've
Yeah.
had some lovely, you know, people, you know, the performers and that over
Yeah,
the years.
that's right. Dave's definitely an interesting guy. I met him when he was more definitely secular, and so was I. I haven't caught up with him since he became a Christian, but
He's become a
he's a
Christian.
completely different fella. Yeah, beautiful.
It was one, I just hope you have a chance to meet him.
Yeah,
Because you'll have even more
more in common. Yeah,
to come with that.
it'll be unsaid rather than playing it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
that's right. All right, I better get to this, Robin.
People are laughing.
Is that 2 minutes?
Oh no, that's only for June the 22nd.
Oh, is it?
That's a Matariki talk.
Oh.
That's in the egg box.
Oh, I see.
And so only going to be able to take 100.
Oh, I see.
Is that what is worship the mayor?
Oh,
Is that the one?
I don't, well, he's not been mentioned in the advertising that I've heard.
Oh, okay, he's doing something this week.
Yeah. No, it's June the 22nd I'm talking about, before Matariki.
Yeah.
But I know this is inside and I thought, ooh, like, yeah, 100 people trying to
Yeah, I can see Anne's going to promote it. The purple document.
Purple, yes, I'll be talking about the purple in a minute.
Well, take this off now.
Yes, you can absolutely take your mask off. For a minute.
My favourite bit of the show.
Absolutely. Welcome, Jay.
Thank you for having me.
so much for coming here for New
My
Zealand
pleasure.
Music Week, the last of our 4 performances this week. So we really appreciate you coming along. You're going to be playing some of your own music, I think.
Yes.
And yeah, so we're really looking forward to seeing you. So thank you so much for coming. Enjoy, everybody.
Okay, so it'll probably be all originals unless you convince me of something really cool. But I've prepared mostly as much as I prepare, which isn't very much for this sort of thing. Is I've prepared sort of new stuff mostly, a couple of songs I wrote. So there's songs I wrote that are infant, and then there are songs that I wrote that are older than some of the people in the room. So this first one, I'm still reading off the lyrics because it's so new. I just released it on Spotify at the beginning of this month. So that's how new it is. It's brand spanking new, and it's called Moving On. So. Morning, it's nice to see you. Long time you looked at me that way. How have you been since the last time I saw you? An awkward silence. Let's not mention the elephant in the room. Hope it fades. You want to pick up where we left off and burn the ships, but I don't see us moving on. I look down nervously and shuffle my feet. Will it be like this the next time we meet? Let's not mention unanswered phone calls or radio silence. I want to pick up where we left off and burn the ships, but you don't see us moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Good morning, it's nice to see you. I look down nervously. Will it be like this the next time? We want to pick up where we left off and burn the ships, but no one sees us moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that drum machine, eh? Very good. And the beeper was out of key, so forgive me.
Sorry about that.
That's all good.
We'll tune it up for next time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you. All right, I'll go for something So I've been writing songs. Hope you don't mind if I talk a lot.
No,
but,
we'd love to.
it's really nice to be in an environment where people like literature. So it kind of it kind of means okay, they're going to be a bit more interested in the process of songwriting. So that last song, as a songwriter, the whole idea is to engage people in the inane. So like just a basic conversation. You bump into someone up the street, and in this case it was a awkward bump into someone, where you've been, in this case it was 10 years where either hadn't spoken or either one had tried to make the bridge mended and it didn't work. And so we both had goes, and then everybody else was going, oh no, it's too late now. So I tried to use the art of conversation so people could be really engaged in that process and be more familiar with it and go, okay, I relate to that with Auntie Beryl, whatever it might be. So, so this next song is one of the oldest songs I've written. I was writing songs when I was 9 or 10. I started writing songs, so you can imagine what they were like at the time. So I felt like I really didn't come into my own as a writer till I was in my 20s, mid-20s maybe. It was about the time I wrote this song, which is now 22 years old. So this is called One True Thing. One of these days you find there's only one true thing. One of these days you find there's only one true thing. When it's not the day you expect now, baby, can't you say? You make your way to this life, you will find slings, another one opens wide. The wind over for snare bite won't help it all. One of these days you find there's only one true thing. One of these days you find there's only one true thing. You expect now, baby, can't you say? Notice how bad it just gets worse. So dance from another vibe, you know that say your voice is hoarse. The wind goes for snare fight, won't help it all. One of these days you find there's only one true thing. One of these days you'll find there's only one true thing. When it's not the day you expect now, baby, can't you say? these days you find there's only one true thing. One of these days you find there's only one true thing. When it's not the day you expect now, baby, can't you say? One of these days. Thank you. So tomorrow night, I don't know if any of you are able to go out or keen to go out, but I'm playing a gig tomorrow night at the Penguin Club. Everyone knows where that is, down the old part of town. So with my band, the Road Dogs, and there's two other bands playing and some songwriters that are all worth seeing. I've kind of hand-picked all of them. One approached me, but I was working up the courage to see if they had enough material. So, it was really good. So they're worth seeing. So my band, the Road Dogs, will be playing Abandoned Land, which is there's a whole bunch of local. There's two principals in the band, like Gary Shirley, who's retired now, and Matt Boxer. If any of you know who they are, they're very clever. So, well worth having a look. And we'll be playing a bunch of, my band will be playing lots of new stuff, a lot of what you're hearing today, and a bunch of other stuff. So, this is another brand new one that's just, again, just got released this month on a new album. And this is called Hope Street. As a songwriter, I spent over 10 years on a couple of concepts that I had in mind. One was Hope Street. And I just always loved the idea of, in Dunedin, there's a Hope Street and High Street on the corner there. There used to be a church there, and I had a history with the church, so there's a few nights where I was a few sheets to the wind, where I literally say a prayer on the corner of Hope and High Street. I didn't realise there was something ironic about Hope Street. I didn't realise it until I finally got it in a song, but I knew there was something in Hope Street as a song. There was a, you could tell so many stories on that concept. And even when I finished writing it and went, this is the song, this is what I've been looking for. There's, in my catalogue that no one gets to hear, there's like 5 songs with reference or named Hope Street. That's how long it took me to find it. And even once I'd finished this song and I was performing it regularly live last year in Dunedin, trying to work out the kinks of the song, someone came up to me afterwards and pointed out another one without realising. She's like, I love the double entendre where you say down on Hope Street. It's like, I didn't have a clue what I'd done. So when you hear the song and think it's really clever, I didn't know when I was doing it. I know now. I'll be looking for those types of illustrations for the rest of my songwriting career, I think now. So this is called Hope Street, and it's about my sort of love, or I don't know if it's a love-hate relationship with my hometown, or if it's an unrequited love. You know, that just Dunedin's my hometown, if you didn't know. But Oamaru's home now, because I didn't love Dunedin quite the same way, but there's still something there that I'm still writing about Dunedin this many years later. Now I'm kind of trying to say, well, it's not Oamaru, that's the problem. So it's called Hope Street. See mist through, boarded up windows, it doesn't matter, it's Main Street or High. There's something wrong here, brings brings out the best, and it brings out the worst in me. Said a prayer on Hope Street that this would last. It wasn't my first, it wasn't my last unanswered prayer. Down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street, everything's great. Rain falls down, there's a signature on the seaport town. The strange things blossom under southern skies. There's nowhere to look to the stars. Said a prayer on Hope Street, take me away, but it wasn't my first, it wasn't my last unanswered prayer. Down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street. Revelations, corner of open high. This town will break just like it did me. It'll shake you to the core, bring you down. It'll be old news, it'll drive you insane. Said a prayer on Hope Street for a fresh new start. It wasn't my first, it wasn't my last unanswered prayer. Down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street, down on Hope Street. Very good. Very good. Cuba. Okay, so got a bit of a fascination with Cuba for some reason.
I've been there.
I have you?
Place. Yeah, absolutely.
I am envious. I think I need to go there. So I have this fascination. So the joy of I've tried writing novel sort of stuff, or even short stories. Even tried kids books because I thought, well, maybe that's a way to get it out. But I think some people are born to be songwriters, and put it in, a whole story in 3.5 minutes is a really tough thing to do, to get how I'm feeling across to the people engaging like this. So this is called Lost in Cuba, and it's totally fictitious. There's nothing. I've never been to Cuba, so if some of my research is wrong, you're going to know. Cool. So this is sort of a story of a bit of a broken romance, and it's a little bit naughty.
Thanks for warning us.
That might be true about Cuba from what I gather. Cool. So I tried to use some Cuban guitar ideas, but if they don't sound Cuban, it's because I'm literally a Kiwi. So it's my attempt. Cool. This is called Lost in Cuba again. heaven. Shine my shoes up real bright. I'll take you out tonight. We dance to the sound of a steel guitar, turned up to 11. Take a walk down the Esplanade when the moon shines so bright. Lost in your eyes tonight. I'm lost in Cuba again. It never felt so right. Lost in Cuba again. I slipped out my door to kiss you, oh I miss you. Then we danced into the night, the disco lights so bright. And then we watched the sun come up to start the day anew. If I never see you again, know that it was out of sight. Lost in Cuba again. Lost in your eyes tonight. It never felt so right. Lost in Cuba again. Lost in your eyes tonight. Lost in Cuba again. Never felt so right. Lost in Cuba again. Like a ghost, you walk through my dreams. What a magic scene. I never dreamt this would end. I don't even know your name. You whispered something to my ear. I think it was obscene. I bought into the illusion. I thought that was the price to pay. Lost in your eyes tonight. Lost in Cuba again. It never felt so right. Lost in Cuba again. Lost in your eyes tonight. Lost in Cuba again. It never felt so right. Lost in Cuba again. It never felt so right. Lost in Cuba again. Ooh. Lost in Cuba again. Ooh. Lost in Cuba again. Thank you. Oh.
Did it remind you of Cuba? Took me right back.
Yeah, did it remind you of Cuba at all?
Took me right. I was remembering.
Oh, good.
the visit. Absolutely, big moon, beautiful skies, absolutely fantastic.
Lots of rum.
Lots of rum.
Could you,
Yes, lots
could you
of
smell
rum.
the rum in the song?
You get a chance to go, take it.
Yeah, I will. Oh, that's good. I got something right then. It's trying to paint that picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so this is another new song that it was. As a writer, you go through lots of phases, and the worst thing you can do as a writer is admit that these are the songs of your career. Going, how could I ever better that? Every time I've done that, well, I couldn't, could I? Because I put them on this pedestal where I thought they were at the time, and they might be, but like, as a writer, you've got to realise that the best is yet to come, like anything in life. The best is always yet to come. And last year, when lockdown happened, I was in the midst of what I would call a writer's block, which was just, psychological battle. Really was what it was, because I'd said things like that to myself, or I'd used the word writer's block. It's damaging in itself. So I got back into writing during the first lockdown, and I wrote like Lost in Cuba, and when I got back out on the road, I was writing like Hope Street, which I did before, and moving on. And once I was out on the road again, I was playing Dunedin like once a week and getting to play original material, and I was around these other amazing songwriters who are challenging themselves all the time. There is some, if you don't like the Dunedin sound, then you will find, dig a bit deeper and you'll find some of the most amazing songwriters of every age bracket you can imagine. Like, I know very old men who are writing songs that make me go, try and written that. And then young fellas that are writing songs that give me the same reaction, going, what's he going to do when he's 85? So, but the number one thing I realised during lockdown is, as this world changes, we get in trouble for some of our opinions quite regularly. All of us, no matter what side of the fence you stand on, it's constant that we're getting in trouble for having an opinion, even with people who are more on the same side of the fence as you. You end up in battles over, I won't say vaccinations and I won't say masks and I won't say, but so I went into some of these subjects in the song, so I'll warn you, if anyone leaves, it's my fault. But it's also about society as it is today, where we talk about cancel culture is what they call it, and they talk about getting rid of some of the most amazing films in history because it's got historic content that talks about racism, wars, or and if we don't have our history to learn from the books, the movies, the whatever, then we're doomed to make the same mistakes again. And all the philosophers, that's all they spent their time trying to explain to us was things of that depth, and we think they're so clever, but they have to keep telling us the same thing. So they are cleverer than the majority by the sound of it for that reason. So this is called Better, and it's better with a question mark. So are the new things always better, or do we need to be questioning all the time whether we get into some heated discussions about it or not? Do we need to talk? Do we need to communicate better as a society? So, right, this is called Better. Catastrophe strikes, we need to look it in the eye. We need to stand tall and say, I'm not moving. If we haven't learned from this, then we weren't listening. When the voices of the past come crawling, whispering, we tried to hide it, it needs nothing. I think now the world's changed, but was it for the better? I think now I've changed. Was it for the better? If we had from the past, we could to repeat it. Someone trophies for just being in the room. One thing I learned from life is that I know nothing. The truth can't stay hidden. Screams to be heard. I blink now, I've changed. Was it for the better? I blink now, the world's changed. Was it for the better? I blink now, I've changed. Was it for the better? I blink now, I've changed. Was it for the better? Was it for the better? Was it for the better? Well, thank you. I just want to say, because I'm live streaming this for a few friends in my Facebook page on my music. And I like to say, normally before I sing this song, that I stole this guitar tuning of an amazing Canadian artist called Paul S. Allen. And then when I told him I stole the tuning and wrote a song I really love, he showed me a whole bunch of other tunings. So like that's, I hope how it could always be with sharing information of that kind, yeah. Cool. And I love to mention his name because if you think I'm okay, then you'll think he's amazing. If you think I'm pretty darn good, he's going to blow your mind. Cool. Okay, so this is an older song of mine. I wrote this in, look at the date there somewhere, 2007. 2007, I was living in Dunedin and I was working at the Fortune Theatre there, and it was a dream job. I was just the barman, but I felt like I was the celebrity because we had all these people that were famous actors coming through the theatre, like all the people I grew up watching on Shortland Street were them coming and sitting at the bar and, you know, asking me for advice because I was the barman. I was supposed to be the guru of all these things and know stuff. And so it was a really beautiful time for me. And the things I learnt from theatre, as far as the arts were concerned, sitting in the bar talking to some of these actors and directors, and were just incredible for me as a human being and as an artist. To the point, you know, some nights I didn't want them to stay all night in the bar. I wanted to go home, or I wanted to play my guitar, because I knew if they stayed late, they'd have a few drinks, I'd have a couple of drinks, and then I wouldn't get home until early hours because I'd let them stay. So this one night, I was sitting at the bar and I was trying to get rid of them. So I played, I was careful about playing music that got rid of them, not stuff that hyped them up. So my favourite album at the time was one of Johnny Cash's, I think it was American Recordings 4, one of the last ones he made just before he died. And they one of the, I won't say who the famous actor is actually, he came over to the bar after a few drinks. He's like, "What are you playing this rubbish for?" I said, "Oh, it's beautiful. You can almost hear him dying in the song." And then the whole conversation, I'm sitting there going, all of this and the picture that's happening right now is like an opening to a movie that would really capture people, or this is a song that I need to write. So I basically just booted them out of the bar. There was no more niceties and trying to scare them off. I just, out you go. And I sat in the bar with the grand piano. So when you say, it's just here in the lyrics I say it's just me and this piano. This is a guitar. I'm aware of the fact it's a guitar. So this song wrote itself. And I was working on the idea of why do certain people, like Robin and I had a conversation before about Leonard Cohen. At that point, I would have said, why do people say Leonard Cohen's one of the greats? Or why do they say Bob Dylan is? I would have said it was Tom Petty, who was one of the biggest greats. And all these people. So I was working through that, so this is kind of a tribute to the songwriting greats at the same time. So if you hear references that, there's no stolen references, but there's references to them and their art. So if you hear that, or even me just mentioning their names, that's part of the reason behind it. And it's kind of what got me into education. I teach music here in Oamaru to young people. That wasn't me trying to give them my business card, or do that later. And this is part of what got me into education, challenging myself as an artist. And so this was one of the first songwriting challenges I ever really did. So it's always worth hearing why it sounds the way it does. So this is called Lonesome. Sitting alone at the bar, Tom Waits is playing on the stereo. Little Johnny Cash too. You can almost hear him dying. It's like he knows what it really means. For to be lonesome, baby, just like me. For to be lonesome, baby, just like me. It's just me and this piano. And if I wasn't too drunk to play all the songs that I sing, and the things that I say, well, I'd show you what it really, really means. For to be lonesome, baby, just like me. For to be lonesome, baby, just like me. It's 3 o'clock and closing time. So I order me one last round. Well, there's no rhythm, there's no rhyme. My life flashes before my eyes. I can show you what it really means. Oh, to be lonesome, baby, just like me. Oh, to be lonesome, baby, just like me.
start to stagger my stagger home. When I found me another bar, and I can answer prayer, the lights are on. You sing alone at the bar. Tom Petty's playing on the stereo. 'Cause now you know what it really, really means. Oh, to be lonesome, baby, just like me. Oh, to be lonesome, baby, just like me. Oh, to be lonesome, baby, just like me. Oh, to be lonesome, baby, just like me.
Thank you. I think I'm just about over time. Just about. So this will be my last one, if that's okay?
Wonderful.
I'm having fun, so.
Absolutely, go for it. We are too.
Good. Good. I don't know what I'm going to play, but I know I'm keen for one last one.
One more time. Perfect.
So this is called Fall at Your Feet. It's a song about my spiritual faith. So.
I just fall at your feet like I was born to do. I just fall at your feet. All my knees get weak. I just fall at your feet. Tears streaming down. I just fall at your feet. My world turns upside down. I was born to soar with eagles. I was made with love in mind. And made for this very time. No mistakes or second goals. I just fall at your feet like I was born to do. I just fall at your feet. All my knees get weak. I just fall at your feet. My world turns upside down.
How's it going, Ben? Good?
Favored and set apart. To join the good fight. Shine a light into the darkness. When I stand my ground with all my mind. I just fall at your feet like I was born to do. I just fall at your feet. All my knees get weak. I just fall at your feet. Tears streaming down. I down. Every time I open the door, you took one step, you did four. I know you with me, shining through the rain, like a soldier on the battlefield. Yet I'll still dance for you. I'm willing to do, even if I take the fall. I just fall at your feet, like I was born to. I just fall at your feet, on my knees get weak. I just fall at your feet, with tears stream down. I just fall at your feet. The world turns upside down. I just fall at your feet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay,
My
very
pleasure.
much indeed. That was awesome. That really was awesome. And thank you so much for coming along.
Good to have
Thank you,
fun.
really enjoyed it. I hope you've had fun.
Tons of fun.
Good. I think we have too. And it was so nice to hear you talk about that process of writing and how you think about that and how you have many songs you write and that whole process. It's something I've never done. So
Right.
it's awesome
Yeah.
to actually hear all about it.
Yeah, I always wonder if people want to know or not.
Yeah,
Not
well,
really.
I did. Absolutely.
Literally.
It makes the
circles,
song
you know,
more
they do.
meaningful.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It makes it more meaningful, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely. And you did take me back to Cuba. Honestly, I was sitting there thinking about that wonderful holiday we had there. So that was
It was a
perfect.
huge victory for me.
There you go.
Don't feel about it.
So thank you so much, and
Big team.
Yes, I can give it to Jay. He's cool, isn't he? What a
Thank you,
Jay.
Ben. Nice to see you, brother.
Hello.
Ah. See each other, mister. See you
Huh?
Sunday.
See you Sunday, brother.
No, no. I got told
Yeah, I'll go to the agreement.
she does.
What do you think?
She doesn't always answer.